Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Tony Plays The Binding of Isaac. Hope everyone's doing all right. Everyone's chilling, going about their day nice and lovely style. You know me, I'm doing the best I can with what I got. I am doing that thing where I record on my lunch break again because I don't know, it's what I do. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing all right myself. I'm the Omega Penny. Crooked Penny is the actual name. Me and my friends call it Omega Penny because it looks like it has the Omega symbol on it. Really funny. But I low-key might have to fold and try and get that if possible. Anyways, in reality, I hope everyone's doing all right. Everyone's chilling. Like I said, recording this on my lunch just because, you know, I want to record, and B, I may or may not be busy tonight with the act of trying to fucking code anything. Because I don't know, man. You know, ow, fuck me. But you know, I'm just chilling, enjoying my life, or trying my best to enjoy my life. You know, hope everyone's doing all right. Didn't have necessarily much of a topic to talk about or something to rant about. There is one thing I had kind of in mind. I thought it was
pretty fly.
You know, I think it's funny, but you guys could think, what the fuck are you talking about, Tony? But I was talking to my friends about this scenario, I guess you could call it. This incident that happened to me. Now, this isn't anything crazy. This is not like a crazy incident like Tony died. No, nothing like that. It's actually real simple. It is, the other day went to go get ice cream with my brother. We were just like, fuck it, let's get some ice cream. Sounds good. We went to go get ice cream. It was, you know, quick and easy. My brother, he's not lactose, but his wife is. So it's like, you know, which sucks. One, I'm not, you know, granted, I'm not the kind of person that's like, oh, L, you know. Being lactose, I'm moving my microphone, I'm so sorry. Being lactose sucks, man. I'm not lactose, so I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't know, but I could just not imagine. I guess I would still be able to eat certain foods, you know, like I could not imagine not being able to like eat pizza without having a hard time on the toilet like a few hours later. You feel me? You know, stuff like that. That is where I come from with my opinion of like being lactose. It sucks. I think it sucks. I don't have it myself, you know, and hopefully I never do. Especially considering my name is Strawberry Space Milk, it would kind of suck if I was lactose, considering, you know, not the channels branded over it. And granted, I will say, if I do end up becoming lactose, oh fucking well, I'm gonna just have to like switch to like soy or almond milk or something like that. You know what I mean? Most likely almond milk. That's the one I have, funnily enough, more experience, I guess you would say, with. You know, I know almond milk because, once again, my brother's wife is lactose. So if I ever stayed over or if she ever bought milk, it was always fucking, you know, almond milk. The only thing I have about almond milk, though, the only thing I'm against when it comes to almond milk is that I know it's like a very wasteful process, you know, like it takes a lot of water to produce almond milk and such and stuff like that. So part of me kind of feels bad where it's like, damn, I feel like the act of just like, you know, getting this is like very wasteful to a degree. You feel me? It's not my, I guess not necessarily, if we're thinking about it, not really my problem that, ow, places just use a shit ton of water to make almond milk. But you know, that's what it is. What it is. It is what it is. Ow. So yeah, you know, the scenario thing comes in where me and my brother decided, let's go get ice cream. Both of us aren't lactose, so it's like for us, it's kind of like, you know, let's just go get ice cream. One, you know, he came over. We were like, fuck it, let's go. We went to go get some ice cream at the local Cold Stone Creamery. Very good place, in my opinion. I fuck with the ice cream there. But the downside came here when we went. He got like some soy ice cream, some like soy chocolate milk or whatever, or like almond chocolate milk. It was non-lactose, you know, not dairy-free chocolate milk, chocolate ice cream. It was dairy-free chocolate ice cream, and I was like, dude, that looks pretty good. You know what? I'm gonna not experiment, but I was like, fuck it, I'll get cookie dough. You know, that's one of my favorites. If you guys don't know me, then you are missing out on this not crazy piece of lore, but like, bro, cookie dough is crack cocaine to me, man. Cookie dough is peak, and I will not tolerate any form of slander towards it. Like, I don't know what you need me to tell you, bro, but them's the facts. Cookie dough in general, not just the ice cream, cookie dough, the fucking, you know, is peak. I will enjoy the hell out of it, even if that shit is raw. I know you are not supposed to eat raw cookie dough because it could like give you stomach issues or something like that. You know what I say to that, bro? I say to hell with it. I'm getting myself another couple bites of raw cookie dough. Now, I may die here. But like, dude, I'm like, fuck it, let's get myself some cookie dough ice cream. And I was thinking, you know, because I've been to this Cold Stone before, so I don't know if I fucked up, but I was thinking like, okay, let me get myself some cookie dough ice cream. I love chewing on the little cookie dough bits. Lady asked me any toppings, and I'm like, no thanks. You know, I just like eating I just like to eat my ice cream, no toppings, just straight however the thing is made, you know. I like to eat my ice cream however the hell that shit is, like bare. So I don't get the ice cream, you know. She gives me the ice cream, I start eating it. I'm like, this is pretty good, it tastes really nice. Keep eating it. I keep eating it. I fucking keep eating it. Lo and behold, I'm like a quarter of the way, like a quarter of the ice cream is left in the fucking cup, you know? And I'm just like, something's not right, bruh. Where's like the pieces? Like, where's the raw cookie dough pieces, you know? Because like, usually, I don't know if you guys order cookie dough. I don't know if you guys are real cookie dough heads like me, but if you order cookie dough ice cream, they give you like, you know, the ice cream is like vanilla or whatever, and then there's like little bits of cookie dough, of raw cookie dough in the fucking ice cream. And so I was like, dude, where is my raw cookie dough? And I fucking like look in my cup and I'm like, dude, there's nothing here. Like, not even like, oh, I just so happened to eat around it and what's left is like, that's where all the bits are. No, there was just nothing there. There was no cookie dough bits, raw cookie dough bits. And I was just like, what the fuck? And I only afterwards did I kind of realize, like, wait, what I was eating wasn't cookie dough, like vanilla with cookie dough. It was a super tinto, but I can't blow it up. It was cookie dough flavored ice cream. You know, it was ice cream flavored like cookie dough, but not like no cookie dough bits inside. And I was just like, dude, did they like, I haven't gone back since, not because of like, out of like spite or anything, but it's just, I don't know, I haven't felt the need to want to eat ice cream. I only thought about it because recently, like literally today, was I kind of thinking like, it'd be nice to maybe get some ice cream today. I'll see how I'm feeling. And then I remembered, like, I went to go get ice cream and there was zero fucking cookie dough in it. And it sucks because that's my favorite type of ice cream. Like, if you ask me, Tony, what's your favorite kind of ice cream? Shit, actually, it might be a hard choice. I am a sucker for cookies and cream. I think cookies and cream is like goated as fuck ice cream. But I will say, I would be lying if I didn't say maybe cookie dough is up there. Like, you know, chocolate chip cookie dough. Like, maybe, you know, you never know. You never know. But like, dude, I was just so, my ass was disappointed, bro. I was so disappointed. I never felt more betrayed after eating the cup of ice cream and then kind of realizing like, wait, the entire reason I ate it, like, you know, that's the whole reason I like getting cookie dough. Not because of the flavor, like, oh, I like the cookie dough flavor. It's because I like eating the fucking raw cookie dough at the end, dude. No amount of health safety fucking concerns is gonna stop me from eating this cookie dough fucking raw, brother. You feel me? That is my, you guys could call me stupid. That is exactly my goddamn, how I see it. How I see it, and that's how I'm gonna live. You feel me? That's how I'm gonna live, bro. Is no amount of health violation concerns is gonna stop me from eating this cookie dough fucking raw, dude. It's too delicious to be eaten in any other sort of way. And honestly, I believe that wholeheartedly. It's not Tony fucking around, Tony making jokes. I'm being dead ass. You hear? Look, I understand cookie dough may be unhealthy for the human palate due to, like, you know, could cause some stomach issues with like the consumption of raw products. Products that were meant to be heated up cannot be necessarily eaten raw, you know? My ass would not eat chicken sashimi. My ass barely wants to even try to eat like tartare of any kind, you know? Like fucking like beef tartare. Or maybe tartare means like raw beef. I don't know. Look, but you know, just in general, my ass is not gonna eat any form of tartare. I'm already skeptical on certain kinds of sushi, and you're not gonna catch my ass eating chicken sashimi. I don't give a fuck. It's a delicacy in certain places. My ass is not eating raw chicken like that. But what I will do is I will eat this fucking cookie dough raw, man. I'm sorry. I don't know what you want me to tell you. My ass will be eating this cookie dough raw as fuck because that shit is mad good. You feel me? Like, I'm sorry, bro. Son of a bitch. I was hoping there'd be bombs in there. What's the point? What's the point? Let's just leave. My bad, I wasn't looking for a second. But I mean, yeah, that's just, look, man, I know it may be dumb. People may say, oh, Tony, that's stupid, or oh, Tony, that's fucking unhealthy. You're gonna get like stomach problems, you know what I mean? And all I gotta say is like, you know what, bro, that's for me to deal with when the time comes. The stomach problems from consuming raw cookie dough. And it's not like my ass is eating it in high volumes, you know? I rarely ever get cookie dough. And let alone, I rarely ever eat, like... granted, I will say cookie dough ice cream, but from what I know, cookie dough ice cream is made a little differently. Like, the cookie dough bits in cookie dough ice cream are, like, made to be, you know... they're made to be able to be consumed without any form of, like, worry for your own health, you know? I'm pretty sure, at least. Oh shit. I'm pretty sure that's how it is. That's how it works. It would make sense for it to be like that, you feel me? You picking up what I'm putting down here? So that's what I say. One. But like, you know. You know, just throwing it out there, man. Just throwing it out there. Like, I love cookie dough. #1 cookie dough enjoyer. And to kind of not double down, but like go back to the lactose thing, my ass cannot imagine not being able to consume that absolutely delicious cookie dough ice cream. It's just so peak. How could you hate it? Yo, these guys suck. Please stop spawning bombs. Have mercy. Alright, sick nasty. And then what did we learn as Bethany? Do not take random pills. That's how we die. As for the run going so far, like, I'm kind of just speaking on cookie dough right now, but you know, as for the run, not a bad run. I think only issue that came up earlier was the fact that I ate a tears down pill. My damage wasn't an issue. Getting synthol was good, but like, my damage is not the issue when it comes to it right now. What my issue is surviving and also trying my absolute hardest to keep that fucking devil deal / angel deal precedent. Because I keep taking bad damage, my ass is not gonna be able to fucking do an angel or devil deal, you know? You feel me? Perfect. I was hoping that Mr. Dolly would actually be able to help us with a solid, you know, actually help us in getting some hearts in. I'm just trying my best to live right now. But, you know, besides the whole cookie dough rant, my ass is just not hungry. I already ate lunch, one might say, you know. But I'm... Fuck. Me! Just kill me. Just fucking slime me out, gang. Just slime me. I can't get tilted. Tony, it's already too fucking late for that. You're screaming. I know. Look, I know it's too late to stop the tilt. Alright, but like, dude, what the fuck was that, guy? Come on, man. Ref. Ref, what's going on here, buddy? You know what sucks too? Is that I no-hit that. I definitely could. I please get a double deal. It's unironically, just please. I just need a double deal. Fuck me. I'm cooked. I'm cooked. I don't know why I took the pill, considering I was so anti-pill last after taking that fucking tears down in pill form or whatever. I think I'm cooked. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I think my ass may or may not be cooked. We gonna see what happens, but I think it's time for me to pack it up. Oh geez. There we go. We get some actual bombs in. I want to see if I can maybe. I don't want to get cornered though. I wanted to have them maybe shoot, but I don't want to get cornered there. Not worth taking the risk. 99 bombs is, I mean, it's not game breaking, but it's really nice to have. I guess, you feel me? 99 bombs ain't gonna change scenarios, but it sure could help a lot. All right, here's what we do. Here's what we do. We need this. ASAP. ASAP, we need that. Oh my god, a full health pill. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I ate the pill. I'm so stupid. Oh, I hate the pill. Sorry. Fucking Mr. Krabs, SpongeBob, anyone? God, I love SpongeBob, dude. It's such a goated show, man. I don't know how a show like that existed. You feel me? Like, I mean that in a good way. Like, I know what I said probably could be misconstrued as like, what? Oh, Tony, you hate SpongeBob? No, I don't hate SpongeBob. SpongeBob is absolutely amazing. I love it. Such a peak show. I grew up on that, man. You know, I grew up watching SpongeBob. It holds a near and dear place in my heart. But what I do mean is, like, you know, my ass was watching a clip of SpongeBob. It was, I remember I remember. It was a clip of SpongeBob, and it was the fucking episode where Squidward hasn't never tried a Krabby Patty. And then Squidward, like, you know, SpongeBob was just baffled, like, there's no way you've never had a Krabby Patty. And one of the statements was like Squidward saying, like, I've never had a Krabby Patty and I never will. And then SpongeBob was like looking through the dictionary and it's like, those words, can they be used in like, can they ever be used like that in such a way? Whatever, you know, I'm fucking up the bit. I'm fucking up the bit. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I am absolutely fucking up the way the bit went. Like, have they ever been used like in that order before? You know, in that way, in that order? And it's just like, dude, that joke is so fucking funny. To be like, this shit is trash, dog. To be like, these words, have they ever been uttered in such a way before that, you know, like, there's no way this is real? One, in my mind, I'm like, that's a very funny joke. Two, I'm just like, bro, think about other, you know, times. Or I'm just like, man, this SpongeBob show, this shit is funny as fuck, bro. This show is so hilarious. How the hell was this show allowed, one might say, you know? How did someone make a show so funny? I guess it's kind of like my that's what I'm trying to say. That's like my kind of ordeal. It's like, how did someone make a show with such good writing? You feel me, dude? We skip you. Come on, bro. Come on, biggest of bros, wake up, or whatever. That's however the fucking post goes. Might as well, right? Might as well give up my hearts for money. Give me just a moment, actually. Pause. My apologies, y'all. What was a simple, quick break in the story for y'all has become not a huge long time, but I guess you could say, ooh, that's good. I'll take it. Fuck yeah. My bad. Oh! Which the real question is proposed. Do I get anything here? Or do I try to? Oh, but yeah, essentially, my ass was working. I recorded on my lunch break and I came back to, you know, put y'all on game or something like that. I kind of low-key forgot what I was talking about. I think you could pay out. I think you could pay out. I think you will pay out too. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Okay, he's not paying out. Okay, here's what we do then. Then we are going to maybe get Magic Mush, question mark? Doubt it. But I'm hoping. You never know. You never know. But you know, essentially what I'm trying to say is here is that I will eat the cookie dough, you know? I will eat that fucking cookie dough raw. I do not give a fuck. That's what I kind of remember last I was speaking on. I don't know if that's exactly where we left off. Granted, like I said, I did have to go back to work, so this recording is taking place quite literally hours later, but you know what, man? So be it. It's the... What's the word I'm thinking of? That's the risk I choose. That's the risk when I decide to record later, or when I decide to record during my freaking lunch break, is I leave myself at risk of maybe not being able to finish the recording in time, and then I have to, you know, do this where I have to record some now, you know, hours after the fact with kind of not limited knowledge, because I kind of understand, or at least I kind of remember what the hell I was talking about beforehand. I remember speaking on ice cream because after getting back from my lunch, I remember asking my friends, hey, what's your guys' favorite kind of ice cream flavor? And you know what my friend told me? He told me cookies and cream. And I just remember being like, bro, you're goated, because I was just talking about that. And I do remember that. I do remember last speaking about how cookies and cream ice cream is peak, as they say. And that's damn true. And I remember telling them, like, dude, I love cookie dough ice cream. They just kind of fucked me over that one time. And I'm low-key considering going to get some, mayhaps if not ice cream, then maybe just some cookie dough to bake cookies with. I would love to bake my own cookies, truth be told. I've said this, I don't know if I've told this story in the past, but I have mentioned that I am scared of baking. You know what I mean? Like, baking is something, it don't make sense to me, bro. You know, it's a science that I truly cannot grasp. And it's crazy to say, but like, it's just true. I should not have. I don't know why I got risky and I chose to reroll, bro. I should have kept it. Okay, we are going to keep this full health pill. For how long? I don't know. A part of me wants to keep it just until next floor, but a part of me wants to see if I can hold on to this full health for Satan. Because if I can get a full health on Satan, that would make the fight so much, like literally like 10 times easier, dude. I wouldn't have to worry about any kind of BS going on. But the thing is, I don't know how feasible that might be to just hold on to this for that freaking long. You feel me? We'll see. Tony will see what he does. But you know, what I was saying on is like, baking is I fear it. I tried making my own cookie. I tried to make my own cookie dough once. I think it came out pretty solid. Personally, I thought it was really good. I remember giving it to my friend to try though, and he was like, yeah, I don't know, I don't really like it. But granted, I don't like, oh my fucking god, I'm gonna brother. But granted, he said, what I told my friend when I asked him to try it is he doesn't like chocolate chip cookies all that much. And I was just like, oh, okay. So like, I don't know if to me, they were really good. You feel me? I think I said this before. Like, if you make food, usually to you, it's kind of really good. But like, I don't know how other people felt about it, you know? I made the cookies and then I told my friend and he was like, I don't really fuck with chocolate chip cookies like that. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll fucking never know how it was. Truth be told, I guess. Because I never made it since. Because it's not like, oh, Tony, you never made it since what? Like, bro takes criticism one time, decides to never make food again. It's like, no. It was the fact that I just, like, dude, it took me so long to get there to begin with, you know? To even make that freaking cookie was a lot of work to begin with, because it was just trying to figure out, okay, I gotta like mix these ingredients, but then I have to like let it rest. And I thought I was doing it right, you know, I left it in the fridge or whatever to like rest, not overnight, but you know, over a couple hours. And then when I came back to it, it was not fucked up, it was not the word, but like when I came back to it, like the what was supposed to be cookie dough, you know, because I'm comparing it in my mind to like regular ass cookie dough that you buy at the store. It did not feel like that at all. Like what I made felt like too liquidy, you know what I mean? It didn't feel hard enough to kind of be like, oh, this is the cookie dough that you would fucking make at home, that you would just bake at home on the fucking baking sheet. You know, I was like, dude, I feel like I fucked up somewhere along the way. I don't know. And I was just trying to figure out, like, what did I do? Did I add too much of this, or did I not add enough of this? Something like that. You know, I'm over here losing my damn mind. These are both really good. So you know what we're gonna do? Damn it. I'd be thinking, Tony, what the hell was the plan? There is that, trust me, there is a way. You got to be like frame perfect with it, but there is a way to get both items in that scenario. And I was trying to, for the first time, not knowing how to do it, I was trying to do it. So was it maybe a dumb idea? Yeah, you know, I hurt myself when I didn't need to, but can't blame me, you know, can't say I didn't try. Feel me? You can't say that Tony didn't try. This is what I'm afraid of, though. Okay, but nice. But I mean, you know, oh, we definitely gotta grab that, so bada boom. Like, I don't know what it is I messed up. All I know is that, one, it wasn't necessarily well liked by whoever I had try it. Like, I had my friends try it because I made it because I wanted to make it for them, and then, you know, I got, oh, it's okay, and then I don't like chocolate chip cookies, so I was like, oh, okay, well, I don't know. But I also, like, I was just doubting myself throughout the whole process because, like, just things weren't adding up, you know? You feel me? Things were not adding up. But I prefer to just get the homemade, not the homemade, just the pre-made shit you can get at the store. Because I dare not attempt to maybe F up again, you know? Because definitely for me, the one thing I remember was just, it didn't feel watery, wasn't the word, but I remember holding on to what was the homemade cookie dough in my mind, kind of being like this is like sticking to my hands a little bit. I feel like I might have messed up somewhere, you know, like maybe the raw cold cookie dough was like sticking to my hands, whereas like, you know, like the pre-made shit, like that shit don't really stick to your hands at all. You can just kind of like fuck with it all you want, you know, throw it in the air, catch it, and it's not gonna stick or anything. So I was kind of just like, I don't know what the fuck, where did I go wrong, you know? I'm over here doubting myself, like, where did I go wrong in this scenario here? I don't know where, but I gotta figure it out before I make this again. And then I just proceeded to never make it again. And I'm always like looking at recipes, I'm always like, best chocolate chip cookie dough recipe, and in my mind thinking like, maybe I'll make it one day. But eventually I'm just, I didn't realize there was a troll bomb there. At the end of the day though, I'm just kind of like, maybe later, and then I just never get around to doing it. You know, I'm just indecisive, not the right word, but you know, I'm just like, oh, maybe I'll do this, maybe I'll make this, you know. That's what I do all the time with recipes, low-key. I was like, see recipes all the time online and be like, oh, this looks good, maybe I'll make it. And then, you know, I don't remember. Next time I go to the grocery store, granted I haven't gone to the grocery store in a long time. Why? I don't know. I feel like I definitely should. I like to go grocery shopping because, one, I get to get the stuff that I want, and two, you know, usually if I go grocery shopping, I get chicken or a beef of some kind, and then I get to have fun using that throughout the week to make whatever the hell I want, you know? Usually with chicken, I like to either make like the air fryer chicken tenders or air fryer chicken sandwich, or one of my favorites all time, chicken parm. Chicken parm is absolutely goated. Top 10 dishes all time, in my opinion. Maybe you guys disagree. You guys could think, Tony, you're fucking insane. And you know what I gotta say to that, man? You know what that may be? Maybe I'm a little insane, but it's peak, you know? It's definitely peak food item. And there's no contest. I'm not gonna debate you on this because there's no debate to be had. Chicken parm is like top 5 food items of all time. No ifs, ands, or buts. It just is, bro. You feel me? It just is. So yeah, you know, my ass over here thinking like, yeah, or you know, shit like that. But dude, absolutely goated. IMO. Popped again. You guys might think me crazy, but this monstro moves too much for my liking. Sorry, I'm locking in on the monstro. I don't want to get hit and you know, lose my angel deal chance. Oh, sick nasty. All right. Size down, a tears up, but no heart, or a real heart, a luck up. I'll come back to you. We'll see what we think. We'll see what we're thinking. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay, we got a good choice here. We can either get Bible, which will insta-kill mom, and insta-kill mom's heart, which are both insanely good items. Or we can use Eden's Soul, which will give us 2 random items depending on the current room's item pool, which could be very good depending on where we use this. This is where I'm left with a dilemma here. Which one do I take? Because this is 2 insta-kills that I may or may not have a struggle with. This is potentially 2 good items, 2 bad items. That's where I get like I'm a little worried. It could be potentially 2 good things. It could be potentially 2 kind of mid or bad things. We take it. And I think we cap out our tears. I think we take this to cap out our tears. And then we gotta start walking around now. We gotta start walking around seeing what we can do. But yeah, you know, that's my kind of not ordeal, but that's my like whole short situation chat. Sorry. Guys haven't seen the video. You guys probably think I'm stupid. Like, chat, who the fuck is this guy talking to? It's this really dumb video, but I love it so much. Like, calc short for calculator, by the way, for anyone joining the chat. But you know, like, I love chicken parm, man. That's my go-to, numero uno. Chicken parm is my go-to, my numero uno. Give me a moment once again. Oh, just thought I was getting called. My fault, OG. I thought my name was being spoken to by my mother. But yeah, you know, anyways. You know, your boy personally. I'm trying to say. The crown is so good. Wavy cap? There's no point. Why did I grab wavy cap? No reason not to grab wavy cap, I guess, but like also like, bruh, you know? This is going to destroy someone's eyes. I'm so sorry, by the way. I am so sorry for the demonic nature that's gonna come of the use of wavy cap. Oh, it started. Oh, I can't handle it. You know, shit like that. And to which I don't fucking blame you. If that's the case, if you do get nauseous looking at this shit, brother, I don't blame you. Don't worry. I just popped it once just to like feel something. Like, you know, bro, using the item just to feel something. But, ow. I thought about using it there. I'm gonna be real with you. I thought about using it here. Don't worry. We're not gonna make use of that fucking item. That item can definitely hurt the eyes. I just wanted to pop it once just so you guys could see what the hell it's about. And it only gets worse, by the way. In case you guys didn't know, it will only get worse the longer I keep that item, like, usable. The longer I use that item, the worse it's gonna get on the eyes. Oh, but dude, you know, just like, I know, man. I just be following like recipes, not following, but like I be looking at recipes and I'm like, oh, this looks like such a good thing to make. I'll make it. And then eventually, not eventually, but I'm just like, oh, I never make it because either A, I don't go to the store, or when I do go to the store, I just freaking, you know, forgot about what it is I wanted to initially you know, I forgot about the idea I had to make this one food item, so it never gets made because I never buy the ingredients for it. Yeah, essentially, if I see an ingredient on like Instagram or TikTok, not an ingredient, if I see a recipe on Instagram or TikTok, my ass gotta be there day of, brother. You go, like, I need to see it in my feed and then be like, all right, now that I saw this, I'm heading to the store. But that's just not the case, you know, because if I be browsing Instagram or like TikTok when I'm in a position to where I can't just go for it, you know what I mean? Like I'll be browsing TikTok and Instagram like on my break at work, or like in between like rounds of a game or something like that, you know? I can't just be like, hold on guys, I know we're just like waiting for the next hunt, so I decided to take a quick glance on my phone, but I just got this recipe in my feed and I really want to make it, so I'm sorry, I gotta go, you know? I gotta leave y'all to go get the ingredients to make this fucking recipe, you know? Like, I'm not doing that. You feel me, bro? I ain't doing that. And I can't go, unfortunately, God knows how much I would love to just go during my break at work, but it's like, well, I got 15 minutes. I can't, you know, go on my break, come back with enough time on the clock to just make it be viable to where I'm not just gonna be like, Tony, yeah, you're just fucking fired because your ass be taking 40-minute breaks. And it's like, whoopsie, you know, just because I decided to go to the store or something, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, man? I don't have the time, unfortunately, due to circumstances. I don't have the time or the opportunity to be able to just kind of, to just go forehead. Definitely here. I was right. He was so right. Hemolacrio? Chemolacrioid? You know what sucks is that I get like a lot of HP here, but I can't make use of most of it. You feel me? Oh, I could now. Did not want to do that. Alright, now here's what we do. Now we go around just grabbing all of whatever red hearts were left by these guys. But like, you know, that's the type of, you know what I mean? Like I can't just, unfortunately, I can't just go to get ingredients for whatever it is I want to make. I gotta wait my turn type shit. You feel me? Perfect. Glowing Hourglass is a solid choice, a solid secondary pick. I can't walk in there yet. Once I walk in there, I have cemented myself as having to commit. So, unfortunately, as of right now, I can't. But it looks like that's the only other place there's health. Hi. And I'm not taking the full health pill. And I'm not taking the full health pill because I don't want to risk, you know, dying or anything like that. So here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to blow bro up. I'm sorry. And here, we'll pop you real quick. I was hoping to get another heart out of that, but it's fine. All right, what else do we have? What options did we have there? We had some good options, so let's see what we had. Let's see what's to our name here, one might say. Tua. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said Tua. Okay, so we got Glowing Hourglass is really good. Shit, I didn't realize what I was on. There we fucking go. Diplopia! Fuck! Fuck! I can't grab it either. Ah, well, what can you do? You know. I'm just, I need to either, okay, this is, I'm about to say, this might sound brain rotted, but definitely not the method. The method is either my ass starts browsing TikTok. I'll be real with you, don't need to go into that room. Easy money. So like the plan is either Tony starts going on the TikTok at more ample opportunity, like opportune times, such as like Tony gets off work, starts scrolling TikTok a little bit, or something, you know, I need some compromise. Or like my ass needs to like keep a note or something. What my friend does is that my friend will send like reels and stuff, you know. I can't be in this room, not right now. I need either more health, or I need to have like 5-minute head start knowing that room is coming up. You feel me? You can't just put me in that room just to put me in that room. There you go. Now I can go in that room. And I might be able to handle whatever you throw at me. But like, you know, my friend is like, what he does is he will send like Instagram reels of like good food, like, you know, recipes to his friends. I think he sends it to like a designated friend, and I don't know if he just like either has to remember or what, but he will, you know, remember and be, I guess maybe next time he goes to the grocery store, just check the friends, you know, just check his friends' DMs or I don't know, you know, I'm real with you. I don't know what the method is. Strength. I think we take strength. We take strength so we can use it in the boss fight. We take strength to use it in the boss fight so we can get a little extra damage out of whatever it is we're doing. You feel me? But you know, that's what my friend does. That's what my friend says he does, is that he will just send the reels to a friend of ours. And you know, does that help him? I don't know, because I haven't asked like, oh, has that helped you like make more recipes or something? That's just what I know. That's just what he does, is he'll just send the reel to like a mutual friend, and that mutual friend just like has his DM is just a whole bunch of recipes. Maybe I need to start making use of like post-it notes or something of the nature. You feel me? You guys picking up what I'm putting down here? Okay, glitched crown on the left one has stem cells, mom's pearl, glass eye, lunch. The right one has honestly, you guys are gonna think I'm crazy. I think marrow is the way to go. I think marrow is 100% the way to go for this. What does Eye of Belial do? Is Eye of Belial good? That's Tony's #1 question here. Is Eye of Belial good? I unlocked it, but I don't actually know what it does. Eye of Belial, Isaac. I'm sorry, I gotta look it up. 1.5 range, grants piercing tears. After piercing one enemy, tears will gain double damage, homing, and 1.3 size multiplier. Eye of Belial, Hemolacria. Other interactions. If the main tier pierces an enemy, it will turn into a Belial tier, and the burst tiers retain the piercing effect and do double damage. If the main tier does not turn into Belial tier, the burst will not be able to turn into Belial tiers. Oh, interesting. How do I know it's what? I don't know. Anyways, you might be thinking, Tony, why do you say that? What did I do? Why do you say that Marrow was the best move in that scenario? Because what Marrow allows me to do is it essentially allows me to get one free hit in without having to worry about anything, if I'm correct in its usage. Because I don't think Blood Oath drains your Marrow tears. Or I don't think Blood Oath, if I'm correct, it doesn't drain your, like, what's the word I'm thinking of? It doesn't break your bone heart. It will just drain all the red HP you have. So I should technically still be able to keep that bone heart, which means if I take damage on any of these floors, my bone heart will be first to go. I still keep it. Oh crap, never mind. The game knew. The game fucking knew. They decided to get smart with it. They decided to get smart with it. Because essentially I was banking on having half a heart at the end, and then also technically I was banking on having half a heart and also still technically having the bone marrow heart. So if I took damage, it would take me down to my bone marrow instead. You know, if I took damage, it would break my bone marrow heart, which would still leave me with an extra half heart of HP to, like, kind of not deal with, but, you know, an extra half heart of HP to not have to necessarily worry about. You feel me? Are you picking up what I'm putting down, or is that too far? Is Tony too forward thinking in the scenario here? And regardless of however forward thinking Tony is, the idea was I get to essentially grant myself one free extra hit. However, the game decided to think ahead and be like, hey, look, by the way, I believe it's a Yara rune. That's the only other rune I could possibly think of owning at the moment. If it is a Yara rune, here's what we're gonna do. We Yara right now. Pop the full health. So I keep that, and then we pop this actual real full health when I'm in dark room. I think, or not dark room, but whatever it's called. You know what I mean. But you know, that was the scenario. The scenario was I was trying to cheat out an extra heart, I guess, kind of. I was trying to cheat out an extra hit, but the game had other plans. I'm guessing someone may have done this before and not patched it out, or either someone has done it before, or someone while developing it had the idea and was like, oh, I know the perfect way to stop this BS from happening. Let's just play this, see what we get. But you know, just thinking, you know, I guess is all I'm saying. I'm just, you know, thinking about. That could be really good. Usually I wouldn't get rid of that trinket just because red hearts are very useful. However, this is this is cancer we are speaking about. One of the greatest trinkets in Isaac history. You guys think I'm crazy? I don't know why I did that. Actually, I don't know why I did that. I'll come back to it. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling about that play in a bit. But, you know. My ass is just thinking, like, I need to find a better system. I need to find a better system for my recipes or such. You know, maybe I need to either A, utilize post-it notes more or something like that. I think at least when it comes to work, I think I could definitely utilize, I could definitely benefit from utilizing post-it notes a bit more. They are kind of goated, you know, because like you be seeing those kind of people in like shows, one, but also like I've seen it at my aunt's place She's got like post-it notes just like, you know, taped onto the goddamn, what's it called? Post-it notes just taped onto the MF Doom. Onto the, oh my god, I did not mean to grab that. What's the word I'm thinking of? Taped onto like the computer screen, you feel me? It's like post-it notes taped onto like the desktop or the computer screen. And I'm thinking that could be really useful for something I need to reference. Because I'm not gonna lie, look, technology's awesome, technology's cool, you know, I like the fact that if I wanted to, I could just be able to go into, you know, whatever file and like, you know, find whatever it is I need. You know, I can like be like, oh, I'm gonna need something. Okay, let's blow this up, see what we get. Magician is kind of goated. So here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. All right, I had to run from bro. I had to make sure I wasn't gonna get caught lacking and get, you know, meat slapped across the face. That's very vulgar for no reason. But you know, like I like, look, it's cool to be able to like use technology and, you know, like, oh, I can scour the entirety of all my folders with the search bar and be able to like pull up this one file I need. But if it's something that I don't need a whole ass file for, you know, like with my job kind of, I prefer to keep everything nice and clean. I don't want to have to alt tab or like look between like the 3 different monitors I have to need to like access something. You know, sometimes if it's something that I might be like readily accessing, kind of like depending on the situation, you feel me? It's like, oh, we need some number. We need this number. I can just have that shit written down, you know? I write it down. Fun guy, let's go. That was not a tears up like I thought it would be. What's the point? What's the point, brother? What's the point if it's not even gonna be a tears up? I'm kind of saddened. But you know, it's just like if it's a number I need to have readily available, bro, in my opinion, it would be so much easier to just be able to just kind of like pull that up via a sticky note or some shit like that. You feel me? You guys picking up what I'm putting down? Maybe what I'm saying isn't necessarily as like profound a thought as I thought it was. Maybe a lot of people kind of have the same thought process as me. You feel me? Increase my range like 80-fold, but you know. Hello? Bro, Satan pulled out a new move I've never seen him do. What was that like arm shit where he spat out the brimstone to both his sides? What in the world was that? I mean, you know. Who knows? I'll learn to pick up on better habits when it comes to recipes and stuff. We did it though. That was only third attempt. This is such a hard challenge. If you guys don't know, that challenge I just did, I keep trying to do online. This is not an easy challenge, but I did it because it is goated. I unlocked the Sigil of Baphomet, which is an insanely peak trinket that it's not necessarily easy to get our hands on. But if we can get our hands on it, we didn't win, but we're doing damn good. Anyways, I want to thank you all for watching. If you guys did enjoy, I greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good day and or good night, depending on the time reviewing this. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.